Hello, YouTube Nation. I'm David Lloyd. This is Ryan Smith. We were here a week ago, and silly us, we thought Aaron Judge was having a good season then. That's when he hit just 44 home runs.
You see, I think he's been watching us. He saw us and was like, you ain't seen nothing yet. Let the home run barrage continue. All rise for his 50th on Sunday. And then some. Homers only, please. All eyes on red-hot Aaron Judge. First at bat of the afternoon. Cracks one off the barrel and takes it yard. That's number 50, joining the ranks of Sosa, McGuire, Ruth, and A-Rod for the most 50 homer seasons in MLB history. Oh, he was not done. More Judge homers, please. Actually, a lot more Yankee homers, please. Bottom of the 7, Judge steps up following a Soto homer. And guess what he does? Oh, you know the answer. High, deep, another solo shot. That's 51. Yanks actually went back-to-back-to-back after Stanton did it. First time they've done that since September of 2020. But Judge, 51, and tips his cap on a historic day in the Bronx as the Yankees, they get the 10-3 win. Now, you talk about Judge and what he's been doing. It's his third 50-homer season, making him the 5th player in MLB history with 3 or more 50-homer seasons. The first came in 2017, 2 dingers, September 25th against the Royals to reach 50. 7th multi-homer game of the year for him at that point. Finished with an MLB rookie record, 52 homers that year, and took home AL Rookie of the Year honors. And then Judge had to wait 5 years later for his next 50-homer season. Home run number 50 came in 2022 on August 29th against the Angels in Anaheim. Judge would go on to hit an AL record 62 homers that year and would win his first MVP. And then yesterday, he eclipsed 50 homers for the 3rd time in his career with a 431-foot shot in the first. Had 2 in the game, giving him his 5th multi-homer game of the year. And Judge, currently the heavy favorite to win his 2nd AL MVP per ESPN bet. And so let's talk about pace, shall we? Judge right now, 2 homers on Sunday, gives him 7 dingers in the last 6 games, 51 homers over the Yankees' first 131 games this season. The exact same number he had through 131 games 2 years ago when he set that AL home run record with 62. He can add to that total when the Yankees begin a 3-game series at the Nationals tonight.
And now, with 5 seconds remaining, Aiden Burr, a young man from Texas, has a chance to be the hero. 44 yards away to do it. He got it! And the Yellow Jackets did it! They found themselves a pot of gold at the end of their Irish rainbow. Welcome back to college football.
To college football, number 10 Florida State got knocked off by Georgia Tech Saturday. That kicked off the chaos. Week 1 as the newly expanded SEC on center stage on ABC. You got number 1 Georgia facing number 14 Clemson in Atlanta. The Dogs have won 10 straight season openers, a streak that began with a 45-21 win over Clemson in 2014. Florida hosts number 19 Miami in their first meeting since 2019. Both have struggled since that matchup. Florida has posted 3 straight losing seasons, while Miami has not won more than 8 games in a season since 2017. Number 20, Texas A&M hosting number 7 Notre Dame. Mike Elko, the new head coach of the Aggies, he'll be facing his former quarterback, Duke transfer and current Notre Dame starter, Riley Leonard. Our man Paul Finebaum joining us now to talk about Week 1. Paul, Georgia could be the class of college football again this season. Do we need to put them on upset alert? Would that be a waste of time? What are you thinking about Clemson and the Dogs this weekend?
David, I think that would be a complete waste of time. Clemson was yesterday's news. This is a program that, as you know, vied with Alabama almost every year for the national championship and won 2 of them. But this is not the same Clemson team of yesteryear. Dabo Swinney has made serious mistakes. He has been very reluctant to get into the portal. He was slow to NIL, and he's looking across the team on Saturday at a team that has absolutely mastered that with Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart has really had the best program in college football for a couple of years now, even topping Nick Saban toward the end of his career. He's won 2 national championships. The Bulldogs have not lost a regular season game since 2020, since Florida of the COVID season, they've lost a couple of games against Alabama in the conference championship, which cost them dearly last year. But this is not a problem for them on Saturday.
All right, Georgia, nearly a 2-touchdown favorite in that game in Atlanta. Let's get to Florida, and they open up against Miami. They have this brutal schedule, Paul. We want to run through this and show you what this looks like. Poor Billy Napier. Got to be feeling the heat. Back-to-back losing seasons in Gainesville, and here's what he's looking at after number 19, Miami. Then you got a couple weeks later, it's Texas A&M. You run down through the list. All of these ranked teams, 8 ranked teams on the schedule. Number 1 strength of schedule in FBS. It may go back a few years how tough this schedule is. What do you make of what you're seeing there, Paul, with this Florida team?
Well, I hate to be a cliche monger this early in the morning, David, but the season really rests with Saturday against Miami. Miami is a team I think has a really good chance of winning the ACC, but if the Gators can't win that game at home, then I think the season literally is going to be on the brink, and it's because of that schedule. Billy Napier came in with a lot of attention. He did a great job in Louisiana, but he really hasn't turned this program very well. Now, the people that support him and hired him say this is going to be the breakthrough year, give him time, but fans are impatient. Remember, this is a program that used to dominate under Steve Spurrier and only won 2 national championships with Urban Meyer. They need to win this game Saturday or else.
Must-win game in August is basically what it looks like for the Florida Gators with that schedule. Paul getting up early with us here today as college football sweeps the nation this week.
Pressure is normal. Even the greatest of greats experience it in all sports. Those who thought we were putting water on my fire, you're really adding gas to it.
Coco Gauff is the new U.S. Open champion.
And now I'm really burning so bright right now. If you want more moments like that, you gotta continue to work hard, continue to stay focused.
Coco Gauff begins her U.S. Open title defense this afternoon on ESPN. Gauff is the 3rd choice behind last year's runner-up, Aryna Sabalenka and Iga Swiatek. Now, Gauff is one of 2 Americans in the top 5 in odds to win, along with Jessica Pegula. With more on Gauff, Chris McKendry anchors our coverage from New York.
Well, welcome and come on in, New York, the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. It's the home of the year's final Grand Slam, the U.S. Open. Last year, she was 11-1 on the hard-court summer season through North America. And Coco Gauff rode that confidence, rode that record, and rode the crowd to her first major title, beating Aryna Sabalenka here for the U.S. Open. This year, the summer season's been a different story. She's a 500 player, and that includes hardcourt and clay for the Olympic Games. But she's the defending champion here, and it's a hard title to defend. In fact, no woman's defended this title in a decade, since Serena Williams in 2014. But Coco Gauff always packs a crowd in. She is a favorite. She's a superstar. But more than anything, she wants to be a champion again. I'm Chris McKendry with James Blake and Patrick McEnroe. It sounds like a tall order, and guys, it frankly is for Coco Gauff. Where do we begin?
Well, it's a tale of 2 different summers. For her last year, she got Brad Gilbert on board. She just caught fire, winning Cincinnati, winning DC, finals Canada. So she came in here with a ton of confidence. This year, James, obviously the expectations for her all year have been different. I think she's handled it pretty well until the Wimbledon when she lost to Navarro, and then the Olympic Games was massive because she got to carry the flag with LeBron, which is cool, but then went out pretty early there and has struggled since then. So I think she's got to get a little confidence going, get through a couple of matches, and see if she can find her footing, because clearly not the same confidence level that she had last year.
And I think that's the most important point is the confidence, because with the extreme grip on her forehand, you have to be able to swing through that so much, and it's tough to do that when you're not confident.
Well, we'll see how she gets started today. She actually loves the heat. It's going to be a very hot week 1 of the Open. The Florida girl says, get me out there under the bright sunshine. She'll open play about 2:30 Eastern time. ESPN, she'll be on ash. She follows Ben Shelton and a former champion, Dominic Thiem, who opened the big stadium court. Streaming coverage, 11 a.m. Eastern time on ESPN, the app, and we'll see you today at noon Eastern for day 1 of the U.S. Open.
Coco Gauff, the defending champion on the women's side. Novak Djokovic going for his record 25th Grand Slam title starting tonight on ESPN.
Besides winning Olympic gold, he has not won a singles title on tour all year. But we'll see if he can defend that U.S. Open title. I'm going with Alcaraz. I like Carlos Alcaraz. He's my guy. Anyway, thanks for watching SportsCenter on YouTube.
Joker, I got you. I'm going with you.